I'm gonna do this video so that you can see what's here rather than myself. So this is the little community where I live, and in this community you see a lot of deer roaming around, all sorts of animals. And for probably 10 years we came here just on the weekend. This was our kind of church outside of home. We lived in the big city in New York, and every weekend we would come here to recharge. And I always notice deer. They eat everything. They're all over this place. But now I live here permanently, and this lot is nobody's lot. And it's a good lot to have. Sometimes I toss my leaves there. But what I was not paying attention and thinking that the deer just comes from someplace. And now that I live here, I'm actually more aware, more in tune with the nature that surrounds us. And the deer, when, for instance, I would walk after their feeding is done, maybe around 6 or during the day, they camouflage in these leaves, and they sort of blend with them, and they constantly sit there. And the truth is, they don't go and come. They live here. They always lived here. It's just people who came. But the birds, the squirrels, even the turtle. The other day I was driving, and I thought the turtle only comes here in summer and visits us. The turtle was crossing the street, this road, and I had to slow down. She comes from my property and across. She goes everywhere, and they live here permanently. They're not water turtles. They don't migrate and come back. They live here, and the squirrels and the birds, and we feed birds. We have so many feeders, and we have probably 24 different varieties, and they live here. Nature coexists with us, and people want to isolate themselves from nature so badly. We spray everything. We want to get rid of it. And they sort of adapt to us. And we have a hard time. We think we rule the place. We rule everything. But they're wired in their DNA to live here. There's nowhere else in the information that is coded in their DNA code. This is where they live. In this precise location, right here, in this no-man land that they're trying to sell for a while. So it's only when we slow down we start to notice this stuff, and it's very hard to slow down. I know it. Even in the city, you go for a walk in the Central Park, it takes time. It's like you go on vacation. It takes time to unwind, and it's constant practice to slow down the brain waves in your head, and pay attention to your surroundings. And that's not just nature, it's anything. So it's funny how the environment like this just slows you down, and you start connecting, you start trusting the space around you more. So if you're out of the big city and have an opportunity to go in the nature, just sit and observe sometimes with nothing, no agenda.